6 crazy traditions you wouldn't believe about the UK Parliament. Number 6. We pick some of our laws out of a goldfish bowl. Private members' bills are laws suggested by private members of Parliament that are not part of the government's planned programme of legislation. These bills are not listed by manifestos and they rarely become law, which begs the question of why we bother with them in the first place. The interesting part, because there isn't time to discuss every MP's ideas for a new law, each year the MPs who are allowed to introduce bills are picked out of a hat, and this year they were selected from a goldfish bowl in a sort of House of Commons lottery draw. Number 5. A debate can be stopped if you steal a golden stick. The mace is a golden staff which represents the Queen's authority and has to reside in the chamber while Parliament is in session. Any debate carried out without the mace present is considered illegal. In 2009, the MP John McDonnell, during a debate about the expansion of Heathrow Airport, picked up the mace and took it back to his seat in protest. This resulted in a swift return by the Sergeant-at-Arms and he was suspended from the chamber. Number 4. The Speaker of the House is dragged to their seat at the start of each session. When a new Speaker of the House of Commons is elected, they are physically dragged to the chair by 2 MPs. In centuries past, if the Speaker offended the reigning monarch, he was likely to lose his head. They dragged to the position to remind us, historically, no one in their right mind wanted to do it. Number 3. An MP is kidnapped by the Crown during the state opening of Parliament. During the Queen's speech, it is customary for an MP to be kidnapped and held hostage at Buckingham Palace. This is so the reigning monarch has a bargaining tool in case anything happens to them during their time at the House of Parliament. It's a custom more suited to the 16th century, when the monarchy and Parliament actually had serious arguments about who was in charge, but it is still carried out today. Number 2. Every law when passed is written on animal skin. There was an outcry last year when it was suggested that UK laws could be written on archive paper as opposed to vellum paper as a cost-saving exercise. Vellum is a combination of goat and calf skin which lasts for up to 500 years. After MPs kicked off calling for a safeguarding of our great traditions, the Cabinet Office offered to pay the cost of continuing to use vellum. And number 1, the Queen is not allowed to enter the House of Commons. This tradition stems from the time of the English Civil War, when the then King, Charles I, entered the chamber to arrest 5 members for treason. The 5 had already been warned about the warrant and had fled. This break of Parliament's privilege is one of the reasons for the starting of the English Civil War. To this day, the Queen's representatives are not allowed in the chamber without permission. During the state opening of Parliament, Blackroyd has the door chambers slammed in their face when they arrive to call the members to join the monarch in the House of Lords. They then have to bang on the door 3 times to be allowed in. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please give us a like below as it will really help us out. And if you would like to see more videos from us, please consider subscribing. Thanks.